Hello, class. It's been great working on my business requirement document project, which is named Walmart Supply Chain and Inventory System. So um, let me walk you through some of the important aspects that went into this project. So um, I will first of all talk about the business requirements of this project, Walmart Supply Chain and Inventory System. All right. So the business requirement for this project is what I'm about talking about. We have the real-time inventory tracking, automated stock replenishment, supply system integration, and predictive demand analysis. All right, so this was my business requirement. We move on to my technical requirement for my project, Walmart supply chain and inventory system. All right, so the technical requirement for my project was centralized cloud database, API supply integration, machine learning models, and high availability system. All right, let's continue with the details on my project. All right, so the next thing I will be talking about is my use case examples. The use case examples for my project, which is Walmart supply chain and inventory system. So my use case was a relationship between user rules and its machine learning technology. That's the user rules and its machine learning technology. So the user or the use case was the functional relationship between the user rules and its machine learning technology. So the actors involved um, were the data scientists, administrator, and the end users. So with the flow, I have the first one, you upload the data set, you manage the user and monitor the system performance, and lastly request prediction. So this was what went to my use case or my use case example. Let's move on to the sample user story. The sample user story that we on my project. So I developed stories like, as a store manager, I want real-time low stock alert to prevent stock out. So if the stocks are going out of stocks, I wanted to be alert, or I want the store manager to be alert. And these are some of the user stories I was using. The second one is, as a supplier, I want to update deliveries online to Walmart system, or I want to update deliveries online so Walmart system stays what current. Yes. So with this user story, I want the online users of Walmart to be updated on some of the stocks we have and everything that goes on. All right. So I continue with my diagrams overview. During the project, I created some diagrams to demonstrate the system. Yes, a lot of diagrams were created to demonstrate the system. And one of this diagram is the use case diagram, the sequence diagram, the data flow diagram, and the data dictionary. Showing the data flow diagram, it is a two-level what data flow diagram, and with my data dictionary tool, it depicts or it demonstrated um, data elements. All right, okay, I will walk you through to the use case diagram. So let's take the diagrams one after the other, and we talk a little about them. So the use case diagram, the diagram clearly shows the exchanges between users and the machine learning system. It shows how data management system, administration system, and the practical users work together in the ecosystem. So as you can see the image, you see my users in there, which are the data scientist, the administrator, and the end user. So the use case diagram, it shows interactions between the user rules and the machine learning technology as indicated in the image right there. Let's move on to my sequence diagram. Alright, so with the sequence diagram, um, It basically talks about a step-by-step process where the customer orders stuff through to the payment process. So as you can see from the diagram, um, the Walmart supply chain and the inventory system, it shows how the different people or things that are involved in processing a customer order talk to each other, from placing the order to delivery and in handling what the payment. So as I was saying, this one basically talks about the step-by-step process where a customer orders an item through to the payment process. All right, we'll move on to my data flow diagram. The data flow diagram is made up of two levels. As I earlier said, the data flow diagram was made up of two diagrams, and the diagram shows the data, or it shows how data move between the store suppliers and the machine learning system. So as indicated in the slide there, the Walmart supply chain inventory machine learning technology shows how data moves through the Walmart supply chain and inventory management system, which has been improved with machine learning technology. They display how data comes into the system, how it is handled, and how it comes out. So how the data moves into the system, how they are displayed, and how it comes out. So this basically talks about my data flow diagram. And this is the key concerns. Okay, so during my evaluation of the project, I identified some key concerns. The first one is data integration complexity. That is how hard it is to combine Walmart's and system with their new machine learning parts. And the second key concerns that was popped out during my evaluation was the real-time data accuracy. That is making sure that information is correct in real time across their many locations. All right, so I'll be walking you through the conclusion aspect of my project. I'll say the project talks about a solid foundation for Walmart next generation supply chain and inventory system where reliable where the systems or the supply chain will be reliable and provide scalable solutions, where the supply chain and inventory system will enhance inventory management as well as provide a great supply chain system for both the end users and the management. All right, so I would also like to share my project summary with you. So in summary, I would say my project focused on improving Walmart supply chain and their inventory system to improve stock management, lower overstocks, and stock out by applying machine learning, predictive analysis, integration. So throughout the project, I would say that I made a scalable system which is going to help simplify the supply chain management as well as enhance supplier communication of the Walmart. Thank you very much and having time to watch this.